There was an enormous crowd. I just couldn't believe it. People from all walks of life, men and women, young and old, could be seen. All had come to be cured by Aliakbari. I had been standing there for 2 hours or more. All faces were worried, but at the same time hopeful and optimistic. But can modern medicine conceive of such healing methods in the corridors of dilapidated buildings? At the start of the third millennium, could one believe in miracles? Simply by moving his hands over the patient, Aliakbari can tell where the patient is suffering from. I made a firm decision to follow up the matter. I must be able to solve the mystery behind the hands of this man. I remembered the words of my boss, Mr. Rod. He had told me a few things about this man. Mr. Rod had told me.
You have to talk to him in person, directly, and see, talk to his father, mother, parents, and see all about his past, because the past says everything.
Yeah. Oh. Hello.
Hello,
How
Professor.
are you? Fine.
How are you?
Thank you very much.
Sorry to intrude such a bad
Good.
time.
Thank you. Come on, please.
Thank you.
Come on. Sit down, please.
Thank you. I'm very happy to see you. Same here.
Thank you, Vishy.
Thank you, Professor.
Sit down, please.
Thank you. After you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for giving us your time today, Professor.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to see you.
I came and saw you yesterday. It was very crowded. There were a lot of people.
I'm very, very tired. You know that was too much people today. Too much. I think that 1,000 person.
Today?
Yes, today.
Professor, I wanted to have a small, private, one-on-one chat with you today. I wanted to ask you some questions. Like, for example, when was the first time that you realized that you had this special God-given force that you know you have right now?
بله دفعه اول که من فهمیدم این نیرو در من وجود داره وقتی 5 سالم بود.
I first noticed that I had this extraordinary energy when I was only 5 years old. We used to live on Yavaran Street in those days. People were gathered around a huge snake. Well, generally frightened they were. I decided to approach that snake. It coiled around me. I was not at all frightened. People thought that it had got me, bitten me, injured me. But he left after some minutes. I was surprised. Well, it was the first revelation of this extraordinary power that I got.
و این اولین بار بود.
بفرمایید. سلام علیکم. احوال شما؟ حال شما چطوری؟ بفرمایید. خوش آمدین. بفرمایید تو. بفرمایید. خوش آمدین. بفرمایید تو. خیلی خوش آمدین.
I introduced myself to Aliakbari's parents and told them that I was a correspondent for the Sahar Universal Network.
I asked his mother whether she had noticed anything special about his son when he was a small boy, any special healing talent, to which his mother replied,
یه دفعه بچه کلاس 4 بود. کلاس 4 بود تو نیاوران حسار ولی خونمون بود. بعد اون وقت دیگه
Muhammad was only 5 years old. One day I was at home and several people knocked at the door. They told me to come and see what my son had done. I went outside to a huge crowd who told me that there had been a gigantic snake in the area. My son had frightened it off. Since then, I realized that Muhammad was endowed with special powers. Muhammad even told me that whenever he would stare at a cat, it would stop in its tracks. But of course, that I couldn't believe. I told him to pay more attention to his studies. But little by little, I became convinced that Muhammad indeed had some special powers. It seemed that with the passage of time, these special powers became more and more evident.